Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeks, where we encourage you to stay geeks. Listen, man, still got this technical difficulty, man. I apologize. But yo, it's your boy Real. Got my cuz Will in the building. We got the man that won't stop cussing. We got Big J in the building. And we got the man thanking y'all there just because he just got through winning a championship, man. It's that boy BA out here, man. Listen, we definitely appreciate y'all geeking out with your boys for another episode, man. We do this every Tuesday morning. I'm sorry, I say Tuesday evening, Saturday morning, y'all. As we get our geek on, talk about all things involving movies and television. So please hit that subscribe button. Join us here for those days. And also, too, everybody hit them likes for us, too, man. Also, too, go down to the description box and follow our socials over there, too. Well, fellas, we got a good one for y'all today, man. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Ninja Turtles might have something to say here. Mandalorian got some things going on. Daredevil also too. So let's go ahead and get to it, fellas. Let's go ahead and get into these wickets. I got this shirt on for a reason, fellas. Check it out, man. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action film is in the works. We're gonna go ahead and get y'all's opinion on this, man. Cuz, what you think about this, man? Oh, matter of fact, before you say something, let me give a little backstory. So, yeah, I know they were supposed to be doing the last Ronin movie. They ended up, so supposedly they announced that they canceled it, but then they went ahead and said that now that you got it on hold for right now. It's something that they can probably go back to later on to look at, but they're gonna have it on hold right now. But right now they're trying to start another franchise or whatever, a whole new brand new franchise with this Ninja Turtle movie. So supposedly they're saying that it's Paramount is saying that they want it to be Sonic-esque or Sonic-fied, I should say, just like how Sonic was or whatever. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. But what you think about that, man?
I'm salty because it's taking away the last Ronin. That's what I was looking forward to. A live action bloody last Ronin was going to be fun. I am glad that it is still Ninja Turtles, but I would rather have the last Ronin. And with this one, this is supposed to be kid friendly too, which is also like, I mean, that's what the animation was for. Like you started having the animation, that's for to bring in the kids. Let the live action be more adult, your PG-13 and up to your R-rated, for us to be able to enjoy because it's something that we grew up with. I know the original Turtles was adult anyway, and they brought it down to kids. So let the animation be for the kids, and let the live action be for the adults. So that's the only thing for me is that I wish we would have been able to get last Ronin sooner than later, and let the animation be for the kids. And they just in an influx when it comes to these turtles. So they postpone Ronin. They have this live action that they want to Sonicify, and then they cancel the animated Ninja Turtles after its next season, which is it's like so. What if you're trying to Sonicify it? That means you're building up the universe. You're not building up the universe if you have all this influx. You know, it's like you keep the animation because the animation was good. It's like it was fun to watch. There was great stories with it. You have the and then you have the live action that, like I said, for the adults, and then you just be able to have these two different setups going, but it's the Ninja Turtles universe that you have going. So it's a lot going on. They got to figure out what they want and how they want their timeline as well. What you got, Big J?
So I was never actually a TMT fan, so I know that may be sacrilegious. Look, I know Will. Calm down. I just thought when it first came out, I was like, they just threw a bunch of words together and made that a show.
A bunch of words.
So let's see, teenage mutant, yeah, okay, all right, ninjas, yeah, that's hot, and something stupid, turtles, all right, like put them all together, let's see what happens. And so I was like, yeah, look, I never hopped on that. I was, that was about the time I was still in the Transformers. They came out about what and what. So I leaned into that and the mutant stuff with the X-Men next. So I was never on board with them, so they have no sentimental feelings toward him. I don't watch any stuff. My grandson probably is, doing backflips, pulling his hair out to hear me say something like that because he loves the turtles. Think he's one of them or all of them. And
He said, "Oh."
but yeah, no, I never watched them. I've seen the movies there. I thought it was all bad. So hey, I know.
Crazy. Man, I would force my mom to watch them with me.
Bro, listen, man. I had literally all the toys, man. I had all the Ninja Turtle toys. I had I had the Ninja Turtle different forms, like the mutated one, the one that you could pop their heads into their shells, all that type of stuff. I had the movie version. I had the regular original 80s versions. I had all of them, man. And I remember I could know this story. I used to always want to um I always wanted Raphael and Leonardo. For those who don't know, that's the one with the blue headband and one with the red headband. My mom used to always get me Leonardo and Michelangelo, and I hated it. so I know my wife had bought me a figure, a Ninja Turtle figure, Raphael, because she knew that story too. But yeah, so for me, man, I'm with Cuz. I wanted to see that Ronin movie. I think everybody we talked about it, Cuz. You know what? Backtrack. Me and Cuz talked about this. I remember saying this when they came up with this story. I remember saying I want to see a Ronin movie, but I don't think that they're going to actually do this movie because they have a certain brand right now with the Ninja Turtles. It's more of a family brand. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't see them doing a rated R version as much as I want to see it. I just didn't think that they were going to do that. And so for me, I'm thinking that, we kept hearing them saying like they were going to do, certain things or whatever, because you got them bringing up. So I kept thinking they're gonna do certain things with the movie and stuff like that, man, because they came up with the idea, but we never. I kind of figured it was gonna get this news. So when we heard this news, I wasn't shocked that they weren't gonna do the Ronin movie. But for me, man, I always thought that Ninja Turtles kind of fit more into a family brand because you did mention something a minute ago when you said about the animated stuff. Now with them doing this, does this mean they're not going to do a sequel to the one that came out about a couple years ago?
Then that's the question. Like it needs to have a part 2 because it ended open.
Yes, and it had the little teaser shredder at the end. You know what I'm saying? So, and on top of that, the fact that you said, the cartoon is canceled after this next season coming up. So if they canceled that after the cartoon, and then we're not hearing anything else about the animated when it came out a couple years ago, are we not getting that version anymore? They're completely scrapping it and starting over and doing a whole new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, franchise or whatever, or story or whatever. Like so, and it kind of makes sense too because they got those new guys who run Paramount over there. They've been rebooting some things and getting some things going over there. They trying to do a new Star Trek. All of their major tentpole franchises. They're trying to reboot it and start them over and all that stuff. So it kind of makes sense them doing that. But at the same time, it's like, so what does that mean for the future of the other movies? So I'm guessing just we ain't heard nothing else about that. I guess we're not getting those, especially with the whole Ronin movie. But what you got, BA?
Nah. So for me, one, I think they're going to reboot everything. So the movies that come out before, anything that came out before, they just want to go in a whole different direction. So I'm okay with that. If you want to reboot for live action, so that to me is preferred in my opinion. I think most importantly, the whole Ronin side of it, absolutely not. I knew we'd never get this movie in live action. It's too much. It's too much. It's too many people dying. I know it's me saying it, but there's way too many people dying in something like the Turtles. It's too family oriented. It's everybody, every version of kids. They cycle through generation of kids watching this thing, and they don't. You don't want to introduce your kid to all of them dying in a sense. So at least 3 out the 4 Splinter. You don't want that. So I figured that they'll never get off the ground. But I think they can make it an animated version of it. I think that can fly. I think you can do an animated story of it and let that go with it. But there's no way they was going to have this for live action. So I'm okay with the whole reboot. I'm for it.
I don't like the last live action version. It was an interesting take, but I think they were just too this. They just didn't look right. I'll say that.
Whoa,
And,
whoa,
and
whoa,
they,
whoa. Just watch your language, BA. Watch your
it,
language. Go ahead.
it was trash. But at the end of the day, then you say that they want to try, the Sonic fight, and I'm like, okay, I'm a Sonic was cool, just the hedgehog, the tails part of it, like I was like, all right, cool. Knuckles, like, okay, all right. So I can see that kind of version when it comes to the turtles. Cool, like that means they won't be as menacing. They won't be like taller than everybody, so they're gonna be like down to their regular height. Maybe in a sense, I'm not sure. What growth period are we gonna talk about? Are we gonna see them go from little pups into like full blown adults and then they're doing that thing, or they gonna stay within the 15, 16-year-old range of stuff? So it's a lot of questions that I have that I need answers for. But at the end of the day, if we can kind of get rid of the Michael Bay turtles, I'm okay with that. If we can do with the animation that we just had, I'm okay with that too, because I wasn't a fan of that either. I guess I'm a little bit old school, but not too old school. I don't like the '89 version. That could kick rocks. And that's what I grew up on. I had a joke. I'm not going to say. I'm going to be positive today. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe probably the 2012 version to me is probably the best version of the Turtles. So, and they had an extended storyline. So if you could tap into any of that, I'll be okay with. In the Sonic 5 version of it. That's my opinion.
First of all, that was the greatest Ninja Turtle movie of all time. You're a hater. Listen, I'm with you though with the Sonic thing. I don't know. I think that what I get from it when they say Sonic, I think what they're saying is they're trying to make it more family friendly. Like you said, I think you're trying to get away from what they did with Bay's movie. So that's why I'm like, look, I get it, man. So, and like I said, with their new regime they got over there, it's kind of understandable. But it's like you also had a good run going with that one that just came out a couple years ago, or whatever. And then you had your cartoon run kind of following up what was going on with the movies or whatever. So they're completely going away from that, is what it seems like. But I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I just hope they get it right, man, because they have an opportunity to make this a lasting franchise, like we see all these other kind of, in the same realm of movies and stuff like that. So, all right, y'all, let's see what we got next. Check this out. So, Mandalorian season 4 has been written. Well, what you got on this, Big J? Do you want a Mandalorian season 4? What's on your mind, man? You muted.
As much as I like the Mandalorian story, I wasn't a huge fan of what was going on in season 3 and the stuff with the crossover with the Boba Fett stuff. I was kind of thinking they were gonna do this Mando and Grogu movie and let it go, but apparently they can't stop going to the Baby Yoda cash cow because they need to sell more toys. Mm-hmm. So I think we're gonna probably get him till we in our 90s.
What you got, BA?
So man, well, first and foremost, Ralph, you can check the private chat for a second. Two, for the Mandalorian season 4, that's interesting, right? Like, I think this is gonna be the fallout of. They're gonna have multiple series based off the fallout of the movie in a sense, and each how they're interacting with the movie is how they're interacting out of it. Like there's whatever happened and wherever they left off at, boom, season for that. Wherever they left off for Ahsoka, season for that. Whatever they left off for, I don't think they're going to return to Boba Fett though. But anybody else, that's just what they're going to do. And that's how they're going to spin off of it and to make more seasons. So it's one of those, I guess, nexus points where they all have this one combined story, and then we can flow off of that and just continue with the stories building from there. I don't know how far that takes you, but yes, I'm sorry, BJ, but Grogu is king right now. Everyone loves the little baby Yoda. It's selling everywhere. It's probably one of the last things that sells for Star Wars, unfortunately. So that's just where
Shots
we're
fired.
There you go. It's in every toddler room on up to adults. It is what it is, right? But it depends on how eventually Din probably has to pass away some kind of way. Eventually Grogu has to grow up. Like it's about time for him to kind of maybe slightly mature a little bit. I mean, he's approaching he's probably 50 plus now. So by the time
I think he's close to 70 now.
Yeah, he's close to the 70 now, right? So it's like, all right, come on now. Like, you can't be crawling still. You should be doing some stuff, right? And like I said, I don't know how far they go with it. I don't know how far they go with this character. But I'm okay with having a season 4 just to see where it's going. And thank you for having it already written and not having to wait for the results of the movie to have the cachet to then write it at that point in time. That tells me they're ready to go. They're just waiting on production and all this other stuff. That's what I want to hear. Have it ready.
So that shot at Matt Reeves.
There's on some shots, bro.
Absolutely. I'm just saying, it's just written. They're being proactive instead of reactive.
It's still smoke going on. What's going on?
Yeah.
What you got, cuz?
The smoking gun. No, it's going to be interesting. Kind of like what we talked about. Wasn't expecting for there to be a season 4 with the movie coming out, but I guess they do have to see what the blowback is at the end of after whatever happens in the movie, which is understandable then for them to have this 4th one. Them already having it written this early is also good because it will allow for any adjustments that needs to happen as well. Because I'm sure they've talked as far as I did know. What the other Star Wars properties end up happening, and if they want to do any adjustments and to have it connected in any way, will allow for those type of adjustments. So it's going to be interesting. Either way, going to watch it. I'm hoping that when it comes to the movie, that it won't be a major letdown to where it's kind of like, well, since you missed the point or missed several points within this movie, now I have to watch Mandalorian to hopefully y'all clean it up. I want it to be more of, oh man, kind of like it was for Endor. Endor ended. Now I want to go watch Rogue One because Endor was so great. So that's what I'm hoping end up being for Mandalorian is the fact that Mandalorian movie would be so good. They want to watch season 4, so because Andor is still the greatest property. Stand on it.
So I was gonna say I could see them doing something. So if they go the screwed up route for the season 4, it could be like another one of those situations. We got Dan spending. Him recovering from the incident that happened in the movie, and he spends the entire movie doing flashbacks in the back of the tank while Grogu goes on missions by himself as he tries to become the daimyo of the burned up planet that he came from. So I think that would be what happens, and I think everybody stops watching Star Wars and TV in general.
Hey, listen, hold on. We're not gonna be throwing those shots today, man. What is happening? Everybody just shots everywhere. Listen, man. No, I'm with you though, BJ. What you said earlier, I thought this was it. I thought this was gonna be. I thought even Pascal said this was it. The movie, that's it. It's gonna wrap everything up like a nice little bow, and then we good to go. We're gonna move on and do something else. But I'm with you. This movie makes money. They gonna green light a 4. They're gonna green light a season 4. So. Because, I think, like one of y'all just said, it's their most popular characters right now, especially with Baby Grogu or whatever, right? So it's gonna be interesting. Kind of go back what you said though, BA. If you're talking about aging them up, then that means that you got to travel further into the future, man. Probably like maybe 100 years, and he'll probably be like a little kid, like a little normal 2-year-old to us or whatever, and he 100 years old in real life or whatever. So I don't know, man. Either way, I'm gonna watch it. I just hope it's good because I really didn't like season 3. Season 3 was a season. It was a season.
Oh, you're not a Bo-Katan fan? All right.
Okay. No.
Right.
Can we talk about Grogu's age the way that's supposed to work, because he was 50 during the first season, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Yoda lived till he was 950-ish. So you, by that logic, the Grogu would probably in the first season he would have been about the equivalent of what, maybe 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like a 6-year-old
So he
human.
not even 60 yet.
Well, so he wasn't in the first season. Like I said, he was only he was 50 years old. In
Oh,
the
you
first.
saying so he'd be technically like a 6-year-old.
A 6-year-old human, if you're gonna say like 100 for
Yeah.
a human, which is still high, but so if you're
That's what I was
saying,
saying. So he'd still be like a little kid to
yeah, so
us.
but he wouldn't be like no goo goo gaga. I got to be in a stroller infant the whole time. Like he couldn't even speak, and I'm like, that don't make sense. He can't talk. He couldn't fight. He was all helpless and defenseless, and I'm like, that don't make sense. Like then the way they're trying to keep him cute, and I'm like that, but
Mhm.
the timeline doesn't make sense because he should at least be by this time. Like I said, he'd be
Moving
what,
around.
almost 60-ish. He should be
Mhm.
talking, walking, doing regular
That-
things.
That's what I was wondering too about their race. Is like, so you keep your baby like, ways and stuff, even in if you're 60, you've been around for 60 years. You haven't learned anything. You ain't picked up anything to be able to do things on your own.
Survive.
Now he's starting to do that now a little bit. And from what we've seen in the trailers, he's starting to kind of be a little bit more independent or whatever, walking and getting into stuff or whatever. But like you said, that's a good point though. It's like, yo, you're 60, like you can't talk now. Like, I mean,
Yoda started his training about 100 years old, like his full out Jedi training at 100.
right.
So is that? I just don't know what that looks like. Is that like the younglings, right? Like that
Yeah,
Anakin,
probably like he look like he like a
top dog?
5-year-old to us. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a good point. Like if you're a youngling at 100, aren't you a fully more mature than everybody else? Like you've been through things, you've seen things, you've learned things. You know what I'm saying? You have 100 years worth of knowledge in your little tiny little body compared to the little younglings who are like really like 4 or 5 or whatever. So it's like,
I just think that this is their way. One, they're slowing the money down. Let's just call it what it is first and foremost, right? As BJ kind of articulated, they're gonna slow that money down. But two, it's almost like they can pop out and just do new Star Wars, this 300 years in the future, but it's led by Grogu, and he's like, you know what I'm saying, he might not even be like a full-fledged adult. He might be the teenage version.
yeah, probably a teenage.
And then be like, yo, this dude is kicking ass. Like everyone is seeing that, and that might be something to get a couple, maybe a movie or two out of. So, it's just one of those things where they're gonna slow it down as much as they can. But yes, us Star Wars fans that actually like really love Star Wars are starting to say like, what is he still? Why he can't talk yet? Like you know what I'm saying? But I won't say that because I like Mandalorian, but I understand.
And he understands Mando too. When he talks to him, he understands him. So which means that
functional.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like, yo, you got to be, if you can understand them and have like a certain dialect with them when you're listening to them, then I mean, why can't you talk and have an actual conversation with them? So I don't know, man. That's just kind of interesting. All right, y'all. See what we got next up here, y'all. Let's check this out. Brendan Fraser confirms he is returning for a new Mummy movie. This kind of went viral here, man. He also says, I've been waiting 20 years for this call. He says it's time to give the fans what they want. BA, man, are you gonna be front and center, man, at this new Mummy movie, man, with Brendan Fraser?
I wasn't front and center in neither of the last ones, so I doubt
Don't
I'll
be a
be
hater,
front
man.
and center in
Don't
this
be a
one. Even the spinoff, Scorpion King can kick rocks for all I care.
Oh my god!
It's Tell me who else is in this. That's what I want to see. I believe they're
bringing the crew
doing
back.
a like
I think
a
they bring
real
everybody
life.
back.
Say it again.
Then they're bringing everybody back. Even what's the lady name that was in the third one? That's named Chow, I think.
Rachel
No,
Rice
no.
and the others.
They said this is the bonus. Says she's coming back. What's I can't think of the Asian lady from the third one. Supposedly she's supposed to be in this movie too. So from what I heard, so I'm not even sure, but
Okay, she's probably
so
not
far
that
him,
important.
yes.
So to me, it boils down to who they going to get the franchise to. I don't need to see Brandon Fraser at this age that he's at now. I know he can still probably do some things, pause, but I'm just not feeling it. So they need to do the right way of what took, I guess, Indiana Jones. Like, I think they took too long to try to transfer the series off to somebody else, and they did it the wrong way in a sense, right? That wasn't the best movie when it came to Shia LaBeouf and whatever what he had going on. But it's about time that you get somebody that's ready to take that franchise and start anew, someone younger, obviously, and let them go through their own trials and tribulations of dealing with the mummy and whatever desert thing that they're going to do, right? Let somebody else take this. It's time to transfer the franchise. So when he said he's a part of it, cool. I don't need to see him being the same Brandon Fraser for 20 years ago. I don't think he can be the same Brandon Fraser. And if he even can you do it for another movie? If this one sells in another movie, nah, just give it to somebody else. Make this the transition to somebody else and let them take over for the foreseeable future.
What you got, cuz?
I can agree with that. Being able to move on. What brought my curiosity was when he said this is the sequel that he's been looking for 20 years, and after it's already had sequels and stuff. So that's what has me interested. It's like, what you talking about? Like, what exactly type of sequel are you looking for? But yeah, I agree with BA is start to move on. Have somebody younger to take over. Have your new mummy stars in mind to be able to do the action, be able to carry the story forward. So I am looking forward to seeing it. Just because the original was really great. So if it's anything close to the original, that would be exciting action-wise. But yeah, I agree with BA for them to have a younger cohort of people, younger cast of people in the wings, basically ready to take over. So they will be within the story as well. And then you can see them at the beginning of the movie be more Brandon Fraser, Rachel, and then as it goes on, it goes to the younger cast taking over from that point on.
Is Tom Cruise gonna be in this?
No.
Oh.
No. Now, see, cuz you fed right into that, because BA wanted the original cast to die in the movie and then pass it down. That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
You want sprinkles on the cake. That's what I'm saying. If you want to put icing on the cake, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I didn't say that though. I was gonna give my way out.
I was just saying that they let them be within it and then slowly move them on. You ain't gotta snuff them out, but yeah, just slowly move them on. I mean, if you do like a time jump or age them up, then you can get to the point where they end up they might end up dying because of old age or whatever. But yeah, I would look forward for them to go with a younger group of hunters or treasure hunters, essentially, to be able to get this done.
What you got, BJ?
Well, I'm interested in the story. I love the original Mummy, the first one and the second one so much. I mean, the CGI kind of killed it with the rock, with the weird, over reliance on it. The third one was terrible. The problem I also have is I heard they're going to try and turn it over to the character of Alex O'Connell, the son. They can't bring back that actor because he was not age appropriate even back then, because Brendan Fraser is 56. That dude's 44. So the numbers don't work. So, maybe that could be his big homie or something, or his cousin, uncle. But the fact that that's supposed to be their son, no. They need to have an age-appropriate son who's younger, who don't have his own back issues and cramps and stuff, that could run and swing and jump on stuff, like I said, because that dude is far too old to be an adventurer starting out to build a new franchise for going forward. That's like, might as well bring 80-year-old Tom Cruise back to run and break his leg on every action shot. So I think if they can bring the character back of Lynn too, but like I said, if they disregard the whole Dragon Emperor, because I did like the character. That was the Michelle Yeoh's daughter in that movie.
Thank you.
I thought they were good together, but like I said, the fact is, if they disregard that whole story, then I think, like I said, they need to cast like a 20-something-year-old to be their son.
But I heard she might be in the movie too, BJ.
Who
Michelle?
The Lynn character?
Michelle Yeoh. I heard she will be in there too.
Well, now see, so is the third one canon or is it not canon? That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, the only thing we have concrete is Brendan Fraser. Everything else
Well, no,
right now is rumor.
and old girl.
Oh, okay.
Evie,
Okay.
the original
Right.
Evie is coming back. They said she already agreed.
Yeah.
So, but the thing, and I heard they said they are going to have a son, but I don't think it's going to be that same dude.
They'll
And
probably
so
make him a little younger than what he's supposed to be in real life.
he played younger, but like I said, that's the problem. It's like, you know, I guess when that movie came out,
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
he was in his 20s, but like I said, even then, Brendan was in his 30s and he was in his 20s. That still would be kind of weird, but I guess they just played out. He looked old comparatively. So, and like I said, he looks way older now. But I'm just wondering what they're going to do because one, like I said, the Michelle Yeoh, I liked her character, but once again, she died in that movie because she gave up her immortality to her daughter.
Oh, right.
So
yeah, I ain't seen that movie so long, but yeah.
So that's my thing. Like, if you're gonna do that, I don't know how any of that would actually work. And one, like I said, because either you're saying it's canon or it's not. Don't do the James Gunn. I'm gonna pick what's canon and not, and y'all just gonna go with it. You know, because one, that movie was 30 years ago. So people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that happened." Oh, so no, we don't need to do all that. Just start over, say Mummy 2 was it, and then everything else after that didn't happen, and then go from there.
So pretty much do like what Halloween did.
Yeah,
everything after Halloween that didn't count.
Yep.
The Jamie Lee, the new stuff came out. That's the sequel.
Alternate universe. Everyone knows what that means now.
Yes. Thank you, Marvel. All right, let's see. Speaking of Marvel, well, Sony, Spider-Man Noir will fight Nazis, y'all, and drink egg cream in the series. Yeah, it sounds nasty, but are we sure we want him to fight Nazis? Because, you know, some people going to get offended. What you think about this, Cuz?
Yeah, as soon as I saw that they put in there that he's going to fight Nazis, it's like, oh, so they're going to stand 10 toes down? Because we know we got a lot of snowflakes out there that don't like to watch Nazis get beat up or allow us to take care of them in video games. You know, they take away the joys of life of pinning down Nazis. But that's with them actually doing it, it's going to be pretty exciting just to watch them. Wear them out. That cream, the egg cream, that's gonna be weird. It just sounds so terrible. It just sounds thick. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to the movie overall. I look forward to the production overall. It's gonna be fun to watch. But yeah, him sit down at a bar and then turn around and you see the kapow when that Nazi go down. It's gonna be fun to watch. What y'all got?
Oh, this so good, bro. I really do. I really hope it's good. You got Nick Cage playing Spider-Man. It's like, but yeah, what you got though, BJ?
Well, you know, he damn sure not doing his own stunts. So that's a plus. But go ahead. You said Big J, go ahead.
Yeah, what you got, BJ?
No, so I mean, we can see him fighting those people. That would fit into his timeline, you know.
What do you mean?
YouTube don't like you saying that word too much, so. But yeah, I can see him fighting those people. Not trying to get y'all demonetized. Because, but like I said, it makes sense. But the question then is this live action? I thought it was going to be animated.
No, it's live action.
Oh, so they're going to have. Well, he must just be doing the voiceover. I think they're going to have like the Pedro Pascal situation where he's not in the suit. I think they're because I mean, otherwise, yeah, I don't see Nicolas Cage being in shape enough to do any of this stuff. I couldn't see him swinging, and like I said, he also put on a few pounds in the last few years.
He's not haters.
He don't have the Con Air body to be out there running around.
Life be lifing.
I mean, the man about 60 years old out here talking about look.
Dang, he said that was like 30 years ago.
And then too many of them egg creams. And like I said, I looked it up. That's a disgusting drink. I don't know what's wrong with New Yorkers.
Hold on, was he drinking that in because this is supposed to be the Spider-Man Noir from Into the Spider-Verse? Yeah. So was he drinking that in? I thought he drank milk.
I don't know.
What's the difference?
That's all egg cream is. It's just carbonated milk with flavoring. There's no eggs, no cream. It's like say if you want to drink milk soda, then there you go. I would. That sounds nasty.
That sounds so bad.
I'm good.
That sounds so bad.
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure you don't want to try that? Well, you can have somebody watching the show.
I don't know why it remind me like eggnog or something. Or
eggnog would be better. Eggnog is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm good, bro.
So think carbonated eggnog, and then that's if you be like, ugh.
Ooh.
Oh my god. What you got, BA, man? Be the
What you
voice of reason,
doing?
BA.
Well, you know,
We will have to do a watch.
Thanks, Big J, for telling us about egg cream. I know that was out during your heyday, early 1900s. So we appreciate that. Thank you for that. With that being said, you know, I might put something together, man. Next week, man. I might throw some things together and see if I can create this egg cream and take the first sip on the show, man. Because I'm interested, man. With that being said,
Don't pray for your stomach.
With that being said, I'm interested in this joint. Yeah, you know, as Americans, it's always good to see if we can put down some NIZs. You feel me? So you know, this is what it is. So if we can get rid of a couple of them, cool. You know, somebody got to die. Somebody got to kill over. So if he's going around doing that, especially during that time period where they was probably you know, enemy number one of the world, you know how they dubbed them out to be. You know, that's just what it is. So I'm for it. And like I said, as long as Nicolas Cage don't get involved too much, we cool with it. Although it's his voice. I hope they do. Ro, you brought up a good point. I hope they do Pedro Pascal the situation. Like I don't need to see Nicolas Cage at all whatsoever. I really don't. And just let whoever else doing it is let them do their thing, Paul. So we didn't get what we wanted to get out of Peacemaker. So maybe this might, you know, supplement that bloodlust that we was waiting. We all was waiting for it. Well, we couldn't get, you know, we couldn't get it. He chose to close the door on that. You know, robot. It is what it is.
Bro, I thought you wanted bands, bro. I thought you wanted rock bands in the show. What you talking about, B.A.?
I wanted multiple rock bands. That was the thing. So hopefully this does that. So I'm quite for it. I'm quite for it. So definitely stay tuned next week. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead on and throw some things together. Some salsa, some milk, some chocolate syrup, because I'm looking it up now. And whatever the case, and I'm gonna go ahead on and take the first sip. I'm not even gonna try it beforehand. I'm just you're gonna see the reaction live. There we go.
Oof.
I'm gonna say, BJ, real quick, man. How old is Nicolas Cage?
He's old. Let me see.
Gotta be like 62.
He's gotta be in the 60s.
If he's within 10 years of him, I don't think that's old. Like, you know.
What'd you say?
If you're within 10 years of somebody, you can't say they old.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't, because that means you're old. You know what I want you to say? I don't want you to think that you're old, brother.
How old are you?
I'm not even 40.
He's 61. Whatever. Anyway,
I was close.
Nigga's not that. He's not that old compared to other actors out there. You know, he just didn't keep his body.
Morgan Freeman, yes. Compared to Morgan Freeman, he's a spring chicken.
Hold on. Now. First of all, y'all want a 61-year-old out here swinging out here above your head out here, bro? No. I'm good. I'm with. They need to. If you go, well, it's not gonna be seen right because you got to have Peter Parker in here at some point.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? What you got?
Tom Cruise is 63.
Yeah, I'm about to say Tom Cruise is 63. I'll just look
at
him.
I'm about to say, you see what he did, right? I'm hanging it up. No more of that running on the screen stuff. I'm done, man. I'm passing that torch to somebody else. Shout out to Glenn Powell. But yeah, listen, man. I told y'all, I hope and pray that this show is good, man. I hope and pray because it has potential. It has potential.
Real quick, you said it has to connect to Peter Parker some kind of way. Why is that?
Because he's a Peter Parker of that universe.
But can he not be an older guy and still be named Peter Parker in a sense?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. He is. He's Peter Parker.
Okay, so I thought you meant like he has to be like the younger.
Like no.
Peter Parker.
He's that Peter Parker of that universe. The only reason why they got him, they casted him as Spider-Man New World because he was popular in the Spider-Verse or whatever, and then they're trying to like link it to. So right now, this is their first test of trying to do a live action version of those characters from the Spider-Verse. So that's why they got him back as that character. So I don't know. Like I guess if this knocks it out the park, you'll see a second season, then you'll probably see more characters from the Spider-Verse get their own like shows or whatever. So, but because I remember they're supposed to do this, and remember they're supposed to do a Silk. Silk was supposed to get her own show. They ended up canceling that or whatever. So yeah, so they were trying to do like a little Spider-Verse type of universe on the side.
Help me out. Didn't I see somewhere Spider-Punk might have had his own joint? Did anybody see anything?
I might have. You know what I'm saying? I remember they were talking about doing that, like doing some spin-offs of live action versions of those guys and characters and stuff from Into the Spider-Verse or whatever. So yeah, I mean, probably could have. I know for the fact it was Spider-Man Noir. They got called a Spider Noir. For some reason, they can't say Spider-Man. I don't know. I don't want to get on that. And then they're supposed to do Silk, so they end up canceling Silk. But I guess if this does well, then maybe they will do Silk. I'm not sure, but yeah. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got next up here, man. Check it out. So, the Punisher will not return in Daredevil Born Again season 2. Now I know BA gonna have some tears roll down his face for this. I understand, but it had to be done. Big J, what you think, man? You upset about it? You cool with it? What's on your mind?
I mean, I wanted to see him come back because I do think he pairs well with Daredevil. I think they kind of show two sides of that same coin where they both are vigilantes, but one has no limits and no filter, and the one that's trying to preserve his humanity. Whereas, like I said, Punisher don't care. He's ready to kill them all, whatever it takes. And like I said, the fact that they kind of balance each other off because one's willing to cross the line, one's not. And it gives them a little bit of a yin and yang. And I think they like I said, they work well together.
What you got, BA?
This is a great thing, and I'll say that. Yes, I'm saddened because when a Punisher is around, that means people going to die. But there's too many other people in this in the next season, whereas though they don't need to spend no storylines for him, especially when he's supposed to be getting his own special. So we're not going to forget that he's going to have his own special, no matter when it is. It's still extra focus on his version of the Punisher. So he's going to have a fleshed out story or a mini story, however you want to put it. And he's also in the damn movie. So it's enough Punisher in a sense, right? That means more time for Daredevil to do his thing, more time for if Luke Cage is a part of this, if Jessica Jones is a part of this, maybe Danny Rand, but just other people. Let them flush out their stories. And I don't necessarily need a Punisher storyline here. So I'm not upset by this. It is what it is. And I think it gives more room for other people.
It's about 45 minutes, BJ. That's how long what's the name was. Yeah, I think it was like 45. Now, listen, if it's an hour, I'm cool. I'm cool with an hour. I ain't tripping. But what you got, cuz?
I agree with BA. You have your Jessica Jones, you have your Luke Cage starting to come back. Jessica Jones is going to be in season 2, so that gives her more screen time with Daredevil, and you're able to flesh out her story a little bit more because you don't have to go back with your Punisher as well. So yeah, I like it. It's something that's understandable. Like one thing that I talked about with the way that Marvel was planning to have like a minimum amount of live action shows, having Daredevil to be your core story and bring all the other characters through it. This will be the expectation is the fact that you won't have you won't have Punisher every season. You won't have Jessica Jones every season. You will have Luke Cage every season, which is fine. You can rotate them through. This gives the extra storylines, additional partnerships as well. And then whenever you do bring them back later on, that does give you the opportunity of having a team up with everybody else later on. So it doesn't feel so rushed when you end up doing it. So I think this is a good idea or a good plan, not having them for season 2. Like BA said, you have them for that special 45 minutes to an hour. You have him. He's going to be in the next Spider-Man movie as well. So you are getting a lot of on-screen Punisher at this point. So him not being in season 2 of the Reborn, the Born Again. It's fine. It's something that should be expected from viewers.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Like I said, when BA said what he said, that made sense. Listen, bro, I'm excited to see the direction that they're going in with the Daredevil. That's a good point what you said, because you could sprinkle in each of these characters and give them their full, screen time. Because think about it too, Punisher really didn't get a lot of screen time in Daredevil. I think he might have had 2 episodes in Daredevil, maybe, or was it 3?
Maybe 3. Right, that third one right at the end.
But they was heavy
like
though. They was heavy.
Yeah. They were. But I think Jessica Jones is gonna be featured a little bit more in season 2 than what Daredevil was in season. Punisher was in season 1, so that's fine. I agree with you, because that would work. You give these guys individual screen time with Daredevil in the show, right? You get these people familiar with them in the show, and then later on you bring everybody together. They do some kind of massive, team up thing like they did with the Defenders or whatever. So that's cool. Let Jessica Jones get her screen time. Then probably like next season, because we already know they're doing a 3 and a 4. You get Luke Cage in there, and then you probably get Danny Rand in the 5th one. Because by the time you get to the 5th one, I think you kind of understand, like, hey, we I think we kind of have an idea how we're gonna do, Iron Fist or whatever. So yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with that, bro. But that was a good point. BA brought up with that, man. I didn't think about it like that. He is gonna be in like 85 different things, and it kind of go back to what you were saying, BJ. I hope. Listen, if they say it's an hour, just show up and take my wallet. I'm fine with that. But when Werewolf by Night about 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was about 45 minutes.
Werewolf by Night and the Christmas special was also about 40 minutes. That's what I'm saying. That to me is, I don't know, there's not that much time to give somebody.
This is all.
It depends on how we don't know how much
special.
of the Spider-Man show he's gonna be in either. Like the Spider-Man movie, he may only be in there for like the first act. I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be the Spider-Man and Punisher team up movie. I think he's gonna be in there for some of the movie, because remember that movie is gonna have a ton of people in there too. You got the Hulk supposed to be in there. You got all the other, the bad guys, the Scorpion and all that stuff. So I don't think it's gonna be Punisher heavy. I know there's that one scene with him fighting in a tank supposedly, but other than that, we don't. We ain't seen much else.
Yeah, I don't. We gotta see a trailer, man, because I'm with you. We don't really have any idea what this movie's about or what's going on yet. Well, Marvel love keeping secrets, man. That's just crazy to me.
Yeah,
but yeah, let's go ahead and get to this next one here, y'all. So check this out. So Daredevil and Bullseye in new images. So I got the images right here. So check this out. So this is the Daredevil image, and this is the Bullseye image. So as y'all can see, Bullseye finally has that bullseye on his mask. So shout out to them right there for that one, man. Let me see if I have it down here. I don't have it down there. Okay. But yeah, so that's that. Those are the pictures right there. They showed, kind of getting everybody hyped, man, for the season. And they showed some other images too before that, where they showed they showed the full Daredevil costume and the full Bullseye costume. So if they're highlighting these two guys, then I guess that tells us that Bullseye is going to get a bigger part in this next season. I hope he does, man. Hope we get to see those guys face off a little bit more than what we did in that first. I mean, not first, but the last season or whatever. But what you think about this one, though, BA?
Luke Cage is going to get shot a lot. I think that's what I'm going to think, because I'm looking at some of these joints. Bullseye look like a straight tactical monster. Like they really did a good job on if what I'm saying is correct. It looks like it is very like I said, very tactical, very 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 appropriate versus I guess the comic version, that blue that he walking around in. I ain't
Are you cool with that?
White. No, I'm not. I'd rather see this version. In my opinion, it, like I said, it's a little bit more realistic. Let's just call it what it is. But yeah, he gonna have to shoot somebody, man. That's just he looks badass. And Daredevil looks appropriate too. Daredevil's going any thought process of a Daredevil outfit is going to be flushed out in this series. So that's just what I'm going to get from it. Either the yellow one, the red one, the black one. Any version is you're going to see it. If you didn't see it already, so I'm okay with that as well. Yeah, so that just tells you that they're being really really grounded. At the same time. But it looks incognito in a way. And to me, like I said, that's appropriate. So I don't have any issues with that. And like I said, if you look at some of these issues since you brought it up, Rel, Bullseye, like Bullseye he looks serious, man. And I hope they flush it out in the series. So that's my thought.
What you got, cuz?
I'm looking forward to it. These costumes look fire. So he's going to be in the shadows. He's going to be putting in work for them to finally put the bullseye on his mask. And what I'm hoping, the fact that they actually put the image out there, hopefully means that he's actually going to wear it quite often. Not just something a quick he pop it on. Nah, I don't need this type of situations. Like, nah, I have it on.
Don't do not Baron Zemo this man, please.
Exactly.
Not
Exactly.
Jesus.
So like actually have him have it on, wear it, and putting in work with it on. It's going to be fun to watch. And yeah, I'm hoping as well that they it'll be a coming. So it seems like if they have him as the images, that we could end up getting a heavy dose of Bullseye, a heavy dose of Jessica Jones as well, and then with Daredevil too. It's like it's just going to sound fun, and Kingpin is going to be Kingpin, so he's going to have a massive role. So this just off of these images and what we've heard so far for this next season, it's looking very promising. It's looking very promising. And at this point, they have done very well with the stories and with the costumes as well. So there's no reason to not trust them at this point. So it's looking exciting.
What you got, Big J?
I'm looking forward to the show. I'm looking forward to seeing a unified direction compared to what we got last season. When they had the split production, when they had the two different teams. The one team came in and made it too marvelly. And then the second one came in, they were like, nah, let's take us back to the original Netflix, the guys that were actually working on the Netflix originally. So I want to see their version of the show without all of the extra weirdness. Because there was spots where you could tell like certain episodes were done for one show versus the other. And I don't think that was overly coherent, So I want to see the whole thing together. Like I did enjoy, I know the bank heist was one of the original shot episodes, which it was cool. But the Kamala Khan's father was kind of goofy. You know what I mean? Like it didn't fit into
if that was shoehorned in or whatever. Yeah.
So that's what we need to avoid. We need to, like I said, just stick to what it should be. Like the real, like you could tell when they came back was like the Kingpin squishing the guy's head in front of everybody. That's the real. That I think is going to be the direction of the show going forward. Is the grittier, more violence, not the weirdness and all the goofiness. So I want to see that part of it, and I want to see where Bullseye goes. In his story, 'cause like I said, he already shot more than last season. So I want to see what happens going forward. Matt, don't see how that's going to flesh out. And I do like the costumes. I'm trying not to buy the hot toys because they already released the Daredevil from last season with the red uniform, the red outfit. I ain't buy that one.
Yeah.
This black one, though, I'm gonna try to keep my wallet in my pocket when they release this because I know when the show drop, they're gonna drop it, and I'll be like, no, I'm not swiping the card.
That costume is fire though.
It is. The last look cool. They had all the stuff in it. It was like because even his little cane that he pulls apart had like metal chains and all that between. It was actually like all that was. But I'm like, no, I ain't doing it. So I'm saving my money.
Bro, listen, two things. One, I'm finally glad they put the little bullseye mark on his mask. That's what I've been wanting. I see. I'm not gonna argue with you, BA. I see what you're going with what you said with the costume because I kept saying like, yeah, of course you can't take exactly what they did in the comics with his costume, but have some kind of like idea of it in the show. And all I'm asking for you, if you're gonna do it like that, at least make it look more tactical and put the bullseye on his mask. If you do that, okay, we cool. I ain't gonna argue or say anything else. I agree with what you said, Big Jake. I think me and Cuz talked about this. The fact that the original plan was for Daredevil not to wear his suit until like 85 episodes down the line or whatever, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna finally see him wear his suit. You kind of saw a little bit of that in that first season. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, he put his suit up after that first episode, and we didn't see it till like what episode like 4 or whatever, or 5 or whatever it was. So with this, like you said, now that they're gonna have a cohesive group together now with this season right here, what this tells me is we're gonna see a lot of him in this suit. I'm praying is what we see. I want to see him in the suit about 50% of the time or whatever, right? So that's what I'm hoping that they do. Because remember, the first season he was kind of like wrestling with coming back. Now we saw toward the end of the season he came back. You got this new suit. Stay in your suit. Do like what Rob Pattinson's Batman did in the in the Batman movie. He was in the suit 95% of the time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I the pictures and the images we are seeing these already, man. So yeah, they fired. The only one that really stood out to me was the fact that Bullseye finally got that bullseye on his mask, man. That's what I really wanted. So shout out to him. All right, guys. Last but not least, check this out. DC Studios Lanterns has been delayed to the end of summer of 2026. I know we kind of talked about it and went back and forth and all that stuff about it. They had said they pushed it back. No, it's staying early 2026, and now they're saying they're pushing it back again or whatever. So this actually got confirmed by HBO. So this is confirmed. DC Studios Lanterns has been pushed back. Cuz, think about this, man.
It's upsetting. Was looking forward to it. This was supposed to be the next story or the next creation within the DCU, and now the next one will be what? So this is the end of summer. So Supergirl,
July, yeah.
So Supergirl is the next production for the DCU. That's a long time. Going from
we're not getting none of that.
This was supposed to be the break. Like it's supposed to go. This was supposed to be the next show or the next show, production, and then you go into Supergirl. You're not getting anything in between, which is incredible. So hopefully they'll be able to get it figured out as far as having something ready. But as far as I know, there's nothing in between now and Supergirl, which is kind of very upsetting because that's a long time. That's what, 7 months? About. Yeah, that's a very long time not to have anything on screen for your brand new studio. And your studio just started. So it's kind of upsetting. I wish you could
remember they supposed to be doing we'll be dropping her trailer. It's supposed to come out next month. That's the rumor right now. But what you got, BJ? My bad.
No, I mean, hey, I thought this was supposed to be he learned all the mistakes from Marvel and he had it all together and he wasn't gonna mess up. But like I said, how many shows and movies have we seen get canceled or pushed back? The Amanda Waller show, the Authority show, and now this is being delayed 6 months.
So to be fair though, BJ, I don't think this was on James Gunn. This is strictly on Warner Bros. And HBO. Because he even said that when he was talking about the trailer, he said a lot of that stuff is out of my control or whatever. Like he can help produce it and stuff. A lot of that stuff is out of his control. It's all part of the marketing team's job or whatever. But yeah, go ahead, my bad.
But my thing is this though: who's in charge of the studio? Him and Peter Safran run that studio, and I understand that they don't run the parent company.
Yes.
But if that's your baby, then you setting timelines and things that.
But remember, you're streaming his baby through who? Through HBO. Who runs HBO? He don't run HBO. So he like he said before, I have no control. He said that about a couple times already. I have no control over that. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, he's seen the clips of the trailer and all that stuff, but he has no control over that. That's over the marketing and it being streamed through HBO. That's on the Warner Brothers side. That's over his head. He's on control over DC.
But I'm saying, so if the shows they already wrapped production, right?
Yes,
production wrapped a couple months ago. So I thought that would give them enough time to do whatever effects they have if they're doing just modded stuff now. Unless they're taking time to just make it perfect. But if they're delaying it because unforeseen circumstances, and that's a failure on management. You could make excuses for them, but I'm like, if you say I'm gonna release a show at this date, and then you don't release it at that date, the date you set to say I'm gonna release it should include whatever delays, reshoots, anything. You should have taken all that into account. And someone who's seen that over at Marvel and say I've learned the lessons from Marvel, and I heard the complaints of the Marvel fans. He shouldn't be setting up those same expectations of I'm gonna announce a bunch of stuff, do 80% of it or 60% of it, and then the rest of it just falls off and we never hear about it again. You know what I mean? Because have we heard of anything on the Authority, like of the new script being finalized that it was approved? Have we heard anything about Amanda Waller? Have we heard about what's going on with the crew from Peacemaker about them doing the new what's that thing? I forgot the name of that. The new thing they formed.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Have we heard about a Checkmate show?
Mm.
Like there's a lot of stuff that they've announced that we got plans for this stuff, but we haven't seen. Now they're talking about we're about to start casting, for Batman and Wonder Woman, but
Actually, they didn't say that. That's somebody else announcing that, but
that was not. But yeah, but I mean, like the stuff that he's teasing stuff and then not coming through. Like I said, that's not good from a fan standpoint.
Hold on, didn't he tell you they're coming out with a Atlanta show? That's what he told you. He didn't tell you when releasing. They said the original plan from the studio itself was it's supposed to come out in early 2026. Then they pushed it back to summer of 2026. They didn't have an actual date of when it was supposed to come out.
Well, late summer don't sound like early. I'm just saying.
But it's also not a date either. We still don't have an actual date.
That late summer could be November.
Could be August. Could be September. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
early September or whatever.
But all I'm saying is, do what you say you're gonna do. Because like I said, this could be like turn into the next Blade or something. This may be a show that you announce a show.
That's not happening.
Push back. Batman could be Blade.
Why are you cussing on the show, bro?
I'm not saying
all this cussing, bro.
Batman could be Blade.
What you got, BA?
I think you guys was starting trying to take my thunder pause a little bit. It's like when they say end of summer, what I don't even know what that means. What we talking about? August, July? August?
Wait, hold on, BA. When does Clayface come out?
Yeah.
No, Clayface. That's in October, right?
It should be.
Yeah, I think it is October.
So July, October. What's that? July?
September 11th.
September 11th. Yeah. Which is the end of summer.
Yeah. So this is coming out in August? Because Supergirl come out in July.
So I guess when did Peacemaker come out?
That September.
Was September.
That was in September. Yeah.
So let's say that they.
Yeah. So it is September. I'm sure. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Go ahead.
Okay, so let's say that they want to fill that slot because it's HBO we're talking about, right? So maybe they have a slot open for them that Peacemaker left a hole for. Well, I'm gonna go ahead on and because you said it's out of James Gunn's control, right? That's what you're saying. This is a Warner Brothers thing, right? So they might say like, "Yo, we had success based off this franchise, based off the DC franchise, at this slot. We might sub in that slot now. I'm sorry, James Gunn, we didn't tell you at first, but we didn't know that this was the last season of Peacemaker either. So now that we know that, well, I'm gonna go on and push this Lantern thing down to this particular slot, and I have something else as an HBO / Warner Bros. Who knows? That could take the turn of the year up until midway point of the year. Like I have other things slated because I'm HBO, but I'm gonna fill that DC hole in that particular for Lanterns and basically sub out Lanterns for sub out Peacemaker for Lanterns. I think that might be what they're doing because it's ready. They're done. You know what I'm saying? Like all the action's filled up. It don't take. I mean, I know that the CGI is a thing, especially in this movie, but it doesn't take them a half year for it now. Like it's only take a concentrated 3 months, if that. So, all right. So I think that's the only other reason I have. Also, I know that it's not going to interrupt with Supergirl whatsoever. This series has nothing to do with Supergirl. And I was kind of thinking that maybe you was going to get some type of inkling of what's going on towards the end, and then okay, that's going to take us. This little nugget or two is going to take us into Supergirl. No, this tells me that this has nothing to do with Supergirl whatsoever. It's its own entity. And it might lead into something else that DC has, but not necessarily Supergirl. Supergirl can stand on its own and let that come out when that decides to come out.
Hold on, real quick, BJ. Let me say something. So you think that they're gonna lead Supergirl into Lanterns?
Not necessarily into Landis. I just know that Landis has nothing to do with Supergirl. When you see that Landis is going to come out before Supergirl, you might think, oh, something in this show might lead us into Supergirl. They say, no, we're moving that. It has nothing to do with Supergirl. So Supergirl can stand alone without you having to see Landis in any way.
Right. Okay, I got you. What was BJ? My bad.
I thought both of them were pointing to Sanctuary, though. I thought that was the thing, because remember we kept hearing allusions that the stuff that they were investigating and the stuff that was going on with the procedural cop show that Lanterns was going to lead them to Sanctuary in a different way than what was set up in Peacemaker. And I thought the same thing with Woman of Tomorrow, with Supergirl, was doing the same thing. It was getting to set up the next Superman movie, which is, the Man of Tomorrow,
Right.
So if that's the case, then like I said, I thought they were building on each one to set up this next thing.
So I wonder if both of them, kind of what BA was saying, both of them aren't necessarily linked to each other, but both of them are linked to Superman next year. Since you brought that up, BJ, with the whole Sanctuary thing, both of their stories are going to link to Superman next year. Or something like that, because like you said, if you move
it gives you more momentum.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you stack it up. You're stacking it right there, getting ready for Man of Tomorrow. That makes sense.
And then I saw the Creature Commandos is not coming out until late 26 or 27. They're saying, so that's not going to hop up and take the spot either. It means like it's just going to be a vacuum early off in the year.
That's crazy. What you got, Cuz?
No, it's upsetting, but it makes sense with what BA was saying. Just they have that opening because they have the Pit. The Pit is running January and February for HBO, so it just makes for them to be able to move it. It's a DC gap. Then they see that DC was successful in September. We just or in the August time frame, so might as well just keep it the same time frame. So that's probably where we'll have to look at moving forward. That's the DC slot will be after early fall, late summer time frame.
BA, it was August, so you might be right. It was Peacemaker was like what, mid-August, or something like that, or was it late August? One of them. So you might be right. But how many episodes? I think it's gonna be like 6. Cause like if they're gonna run into Clayface.
8, I think. I think it's gonna be 8.
See what I'm saying? So
I don't think they care. I don't. And I'm not even trying to be like like my regular myself. I just don't think that it matters to them that how Clayface does versus the DC ladders, because they might be two separate things. Is Clayface like legitly a part of this universe? It's Elseworlds, right?
No. It's part of
Elseworlds.
No, it's part of the DCU. Yeah, that's the Batman, Gotham, and everything. The Batman of this universe is Gotham and all that stuff.
They should push that movie back then.
So wait, man,
if you push it back a month, you can sell it with Halloween. And it's just a month.
Is it late? But when is it coming out in October? Is it early October or late October? If it's late October, it might have some time.
Yeah.
Oh, you did say September. That's right.
So if you push it back a couple of weeks, you can flush out letters, whatever how long that takes, and then you can promote Clayface with the Halloween extravaganza that is. There you go.
Because
get people to go out and watch it.
And HBO don't do multiple episodes the first for the first
they
time.
They normally don't.
Yeah, they do the you get one a week or whatever. So that's gonna be interesting. I don't know. That's gonna be pretty interesting. But yeah, y'all. Let's go ahead and real quick minute show some love to old Playback.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
All right, y'all. Let's see what we got with these questions and these comments over here, man. Shout out to Black Noir in the building, man. Got the gold on his picture there. Shout out to him. Shout out to King. He said, "Hurry up, BA." He said, "Fellas, what up? What up?" Then he also Salam says, "What's up? Catching y'all early, yeah, man. Yeah, I know we was a little late, man. We had technical difficulty and stuff." Salam says, "Last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie was cool despite the hate, but is the IP still crazy popular?" Yeah, he says has been going down since the Bayflix.
I think it's decent as far as the IP overall. It's probably not crazy level because the animated didn't do as great with the marketing, but I think it can hold its own.
Listen, I'm gonna compare it to this. We were having this same discussion about. Remember, we was having the same discussion about Predator and Aliens, and it took somebody coming in, man, and handling it with care, and then taking off with it. And all of a sudden, now we can't wait for the next Alien movie and next Predator movie.
Yeah.
If they got a plan for the Ninja Turtles, which is to keep Bay away from, you got a plan for the Ninja Turtle movies or whatever, man. Like I said, if they have an idea, try to execute that idea to the best of your ability, and then let it play out, man. And so we'll see. I think it's still a popular IP. You just got to do right by it, man. That's it. It really Ninja Turtles is really not that hard, bro. If they go back and watch the 90 Ninja Turtle movie, you could take a lot of liberties from that movie, man, and make a successful franchise. So what you say, BA?
Was Sonic a box office hit?
Yeah. They made 3 movies.
Yeah. So
do a 4th.
Like you just said, have a good movie. All of us, our generation, is going to bring our whole entire family. Boom. You got a box office hit. So they just got to do a good movie. That's it's not hard. Like you said, they got to do what they're supposed to do.
Exactly. Just you got to just come with a plan, bro. Don't be like Michael Bay, just throwing something on the dang screen. Anyway, May says, yeah. You said what?
I said shots. Look at you taking shots at people.
Yeah, it's your turn to throw some shots. Your ass is throwing shots now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that Michael Bay movie, man, it had potential though. It really did have potential. But she says, yeah, the Mummy was good, but I don't need them to bring it back. Like I said, if they're gonna do it, they gotta. So, I don't mind them doing it kind of in the same vein as the first 2 Mummy movies. I don't mind that, but I don't know about the whole Brendan Fraser part. Like, if you're gonna do it, get some younger actors or whatever. And I'm not talking about get his son in there. He gonna be the next. No, I'm not talking about that, bro. I'm talking about if you want to reboot it. Keep the same like core of it, but get younger actors to play those people, man. That's why I kind of hope. Because right now, what it sounds like, they're playing up on nostalgia. That's what it sounds like. You're bringing everybody back. They're playing up on nostalgia. So we'll see. Because right now, Brendan Fraser, he winning awards and everything, Oscars and all that stuff. So they're kind of playing up on that right now. So we'll see, though. We'll see. Hopefully it's good, man. That's all I can say. Salam says eggnog is elite. Man, you and Big J, man. I don't know what's going on.
It's different than that cream.
I like eggnog.
Yeah, eggnog's good. It's that cream, the egg cream they talked about. It's different. It sounds
that type of stuff do not agree with my stomach no more. She also says Spider-Punk is top tier. Yeah, that's SBA favorite character, man. they got alternative everything now. Milk, all that stuff. SBA's favorite character right there, man. Spider-Punk. So shout out to Spider-Punk. Matter of fact, they still doing the movie, right?
I don't think so.
I didn't hear they didn't say anything about they canceling that too, right?
That's what I was talking about earlier. I didn't know it was live action or not, but I knew they was going to do something with them.
Well, that's not live action. The Spider-Punk was not live action. Spider-Man: The War is live action. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. But they were talking about doing more spin-off movies, spin-off characters of the Spider-Verse characters. I think they were going to kind of do a blend of some live action, some animated or whatever. And then she said hot toys. Yeah, that's Big J, man. That's that wealth.
Mm-hmm.
That wealth kicking in right there. So listen, y'all. We definitely appreciate y'all geeking out with your boys for another episode, man. Listen, do us a favor.
I got one quick thing.
Go ahead, BA. Go ahead.
Before you, I checked into HBO's recent lineup that upcoming year.
Oh,
they got Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So that's Game of Thrones. That's coming out in January. January 18th.
I see.
So
That
they
makes sense.
pushed
Okay,
that
it had
back
to
so
be
they
a
can
reason.
have that. It was that.
Yeah.
That's the. So you got that Euphoria, the regular House of the Dragon, Lanterns. Lanterns supposed to come out after all those things. So
Hold on,
they didn't want to
when is
mess with any Game of Thrones properties and have that going alongside with it.
Hold on, when did House of Dragons come out?
Scheduled
do they come
probably
like
early
right
summer.
Probably spring.
after? Oh, that's spring.
It's
Okay.
probably after
Yeah.
Euphoria.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So that
That's a
that
lot.
makes sense. That makes sense now. Okay, because like it's the same, damn near the same demographic. BJ, yeah, that's smart. Just leave it. Give it its own little window, man. There's nothing else coming out around August. Also, too, you saw the popularity of what's the show? Peacemaker in August. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Now that's making sense. I'm like, why are they moving it back? So yeah, okay. And like I said, that's an HBO production. So they have the say of, well, hey, we want this here, we want that there, or whatever. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, guys, we definitely appreciate y'all geeking out with your boys for another episode. We will be back here on Tuesday evening. Do us a favor, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit the likes if you could for us too. That would definitely help out the channel. And follow us on our socials, man. And I think that's probably about it. What you got, BJ? What you got? Yeah, we'll mail that check to him, man. So, mail me a check.
Yeah, tell James I wouldn't mail that check to, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I definitely use that check. But yeah, listen, with all that being said, man, it's your boy Rail. Got Cuz Will in here. Got Big J, and we got BA in the building, man. This is Cuz We Geeked. We encourage you to stay geeked. And we out, y'all. Peace.